This show is an opinion-based show. The opinions expressed here are of the person who expressed them and not a reflection of how League Gaming or its staff speaks or thinks. This show is for mature audience.
You know what? Fuck that. You guys get so butthurt about this show and our opinions. I don't even know why I bother putting a disclaimer. You pulled the mercy card once, just contact him when you get butthurt, cause it's coming. Welcome.
So everybody can hear us. Welcome to the LG Doghouse. I'm your host, Sir Mike Knight. With me, as always, Jet, Air Raiders, and Captain Campos. Before we cut in, we're going to explain why we're going live real quick. We are going live because our editor is out of town. Krispy Kremer is out of town. He's driving. He's doing whatever the fuck he's doing. I think he's in New Jersey, and the internet in New Jersey sucks. I think that's what he said, right? Isn't that what he said?
Well, I just think it's where he's at. The internet in New Jersey doesn't suck.
Everything in New Jersey sucks.
Everything in New Jersey sucks, dude. It's the armpit of America. Is it not?
Agree to disagree.
One of them.
One of them. The other one's on the other side. Anyway, let's cut into tonight. What? It's a nail biter for the favorite Doghouse panelist. We will announce that at the end of the show. But we're going to cut into the game. Anybody who does not know what the game is by now, where the fuck you been all season? I get points for whatever the hell I feel like. We're going to start with a 30 seconds on the clock. Plagiarism in LG media. Jet, 30 seconds, go.
Oh, plagiarism. You know, creativity's dead. It's hard for people to come up with new, exciting things. But at the same time, you know, imitation's the greatest form of flattery. So, you know, if you want to have call-outs, I mean, it is a doghouse. There's no way around it. You're going to shit on what we do. You can't do the same thing and just give it a different name. You can't give a turd a different name. It's still a turd, no matter how you shape it, how you color it, whatever you call it. A turd's a turd. Stop taking our stuff. Get some creativity, and then we'll go from there.
All right, I'm going to give you 4 points because I'm not sure if you called the doghouse a turd and that they tried to polish it or what. I'm not sure there, but 4 points. Air Raiders, 30 seconds, go.
It's definitely something that's happening. They can try and say that it's not, but I actually have a screenshot of the chat box. B Major and his honesty, because he says to be honest after everything, and him saying the call out is doghouse, to be honest. So it's right there. Your own guy even admitted it. What are you gonna do? I probably just got him kicked off the show, but he'll be better off. Stop stealing our shit.
I'm gonna give you 4 points as well. B Major was ours first, so you know. Campos, 30 seconds, go.
I'm going to go another direction. Competition is what breeds success. Think about what happened to NHL after 2K died. They just kept kind of rolling out the same thing with a few patches here and there. Everybody's got their own flavor. I mean, naturally, we think that we are the best. We believe we're the best, and that's how I feel as well. But people like a little mix-up. If somebody wants a long, slow blow of stats, you know, some guys are interested in that. Other guys want more flair to their show. It gives this CHL some, you know, some more options.
All right, I'll give you 5 points for that. Absolutely. All right, the next topic, beta thoughts. NHL 18, the beta has been running, and I'm sure we've all been playing. What are your thoughts on the beta, Jet? Go.
You know, I'm enjoying the beta so far. I think from a goalie perspective, I feel like my goalie lost 30 pounds in the offseason. He gets around the crease faster. He's making saves that he probably wouldn't have saved before. But, I mean, at the same time, it's hard to get a real read at the game. Anytime you play, people are putting it through their legs, trying to tuck the goalie every time. Everyone's skating around like they're trying to fill up their game breaker. So it's hard to see if that's actually how the game's going to play. But it's interesting. I think threes is going to change how people play LG a lot. I think the more people play threes, it's going to pull some people away from sixes. It'll be interesting to see how LG handles that.
All right, 4 points. Yeah, it does seem like the goalies are way too small for that net at this point. Is it? Am I wrong?
You're small, but you're really fast. I can get from
Right.
one side to the other. It's awesome.
All right, Air Raiders, 30 seconds. Go.
I like the beta. The NHL 3s, the arcade mode, I think that's great. That announcer that they got in there, it's awesome. It reminds me of NBA Jam back in the day. Brings back a lot of good memories. So much fun. But yeah, Jet's right in that everybody's trying to tuck it. But what I do like is that even though everybody was worried about those new deeks and everything like that, they aren't the easiest. It's not like one button. It's not like NHL 11 when they added in the one hand and you could just glide down the whole ice holding it out with one hand. It's like a nice little 2-3 button combo. I still feel like you need a little bit of space and time to do it, and I don't think it's going to be too overpowered for the defense like everybody was worried about.
All right, 5 points. Campos, 30 seconds. Go.
I actually have not played the beta yet. I downloaded and installed it. I'm focused on my playoffs right now. I'm playing a lot of club with my team. But what I have heard from it from my fellow managers and team with skill stick, it seems like there's going to be a lot of penalties with the defensive skill stick. Seems like EA went strictly with offense to try to improve the deking system, make people look like more superstars than they really are. I just hope they fix the goalie. Personally, I'm not a goalie, but playing goalie in 17 this year was terrible. I didn't like the precision control. I think 18, hopefully, from what I read, improves upon that. And nothing can make Jet better. Nothing. There's nothing that can make him better.
Okay. Real quick follow-up question to what you said. You said you feel like they boosted up offense. Has there ever been an NHL that they haven't boosted up offense?
Early on, like 2010 and 2011, they just kind of took out glitching. So I think that really helped the defense not have to cover the curl shot and some of the side drag shit. But you're right. Up until that point, it's mostly about making things look pretty.
All right, I'm going to give you 3 points. Yeah, that was pretty bad. All right.
On a defensive side, though, it is a blast just to stick your stick out in front of you and just wave it around like this over and over. Anytime you hit the puck, it is so rewarding.
All right, next topic is biggest playoff surprises. Jet, 30 seconds. Go.
You know, it's got to be the Royals, our very own field goal team. God, was he bad on the doghouse? Very boring, no energy. Maybe he was just saving all of that up. Maybe someone called out Glad before the playoffs, and he just gave his team this big inspirational speech that they got them fired up. No one picked them to win the series. I guess Raiders is one of the only people. There's like 4 people that picked them. Came out of nowhere, took it to the distance, and then beat them in a Game 7. That's huge. That's a 15 seed over a 1 seed.
Yeah, I'm muted. I'll give you 5. Air Raiders, 30 seconds. Go.
I think that outside of the Royals, who I think is everybody's biggest surprise, I'm going to go with the Kamloops Blazers. I spent part of the season there this season. I didn't think they had their shit together enough to beat a team like Vancouver, but boy, did they prove me wrong, and pretty much everybody else along with it. So Kamloops pulling out against, Vancouver and those Frenchies in 7 is crazy to me, but good thing for them. I hope they don't get swept this round.
All right. 4 points. Campos, 30 seconds. Go.
I mean, obviously, you got to talk about the Torrey Valley field goal team pulling out a big win there against the overmatched team. But I'm going to go in another direction here. Oshawa and Hamilton is one that kind of caught me off guard there. I thought Hamilton would close out a lot earlier. Don't get me wrong, Oshawa's got some good players on their team. I feel like Hamilton was more balanced. And the biggest thing against Oshawa, in my opinion, was they just don't really have good goaltending. No offense. The numbers aren't there. So I thought it would be a quick and easy series, but they proved me wrong. They still didn't win on their goaltending. I'll tell you that. But they grinded out a Game 7 win. That's
All right.
what I think.
I'll give you 5 points.
The street is watching.
Oh, look, I got a host.
Watching all the time.
All right. The next is a topic that I hate discussing, but I was outvoted. WJC. Jet, 30 seconds. Go.
WJC's an enigma. I think it's the hardest tournament to run in LG. I wouldn't want anything to do with it because no matter what you do, you're not going to make people happy. I mean, people complained last year that there's too many people, playoff people shouldn't be in there. Took them out this year, everyone's still complaining. I don't want anything to do with that. I think one thing that should be changed, if you have TCs on a playoff team, they should be able to enter the draft. I mean, they're TCs, let them play. They're not going to win big playoff games. If they have to go play playoffs, let them play playoffs. But other than that, it's a tough tournament. I think the guys are doing the best they can with it. But at the end of the day, it's going to be the baby brother to playoffs. That's always going to take precedent.
All right, I'm going to give you 4 points. But you're right. You're right. I mean, you can't make everyone happy. You make the best decisions you think you can for the league, but you can't make everyone happy. Air Raiders, 30 seconds, go.
Jeff's completely right. As someone that is helping run the WJC this year, we have gotten it from all angles. Last season they wanted more teams. This season we give them more teams. Now it's why is there 10? Also, as far as the TC players in the playoffs, it's hard to do it because Tris runs a script that takes the playoff teams out for us, and we already had to manually go through and take out all the NHL and AHL players who thought they were fucking funny and signed up anyway. So it's it's just so much. You have to keep it simple a little bit. I wish more people got to play, but it's the first season with the new dev team, and we'll see how it goes from here.
All right, I will give you 5 points. Campos, 30 seconds, go.
I don't like the new format with WJC. I don't think because you're still in the playoffs, you shouldn't be able to play. You know, if you want to play, it's becoming almost like a consolation tournament. You know, like if you bounce out in the first round, you get the WJC as a consolation prize for losing in the first round. You know, there's a lot of guys that can still balance. You know, you only get 2 games in the first 6. You have plenty of time to play WJC, and it's a good indication to get to play with some guys you like, friends with. Maybe you haven't got to play with all season. Get a good feel about the next season coming up. Hey, this guy's pretty good. Maybe I want to bet on him. I don't know. I just don't like the way it's like a consolation prize right now.
All right, I'll give you 4 points. We discussed this last season too, when they were allowing anybody to sign up. I honestly, there are good things and there are bad things about both sides. All right, there are good things about having people that are in the playoffs be able to play. There are bad things about having people in the playoffs be able to play, and vice versa. So, I mean, this is always going to be a debated topic. But when WJC started, it was originally for people who weren't in playoffs. That was how it started. Last season, I think, was one of the first seasons that I remember it opening up to everyone, and there were a lot of complaints. So apparently they went back. The next topic, forfeits in the playoffs. Jet, go.
It's ridiculous. We're at the point in the season, we've been doing this for 10 weeks now. There should be no forfeits at all. There's a rule book at the start. They send you a reminder of the rule book. They send you a reminder that they reminded you about the rule book. Then you got guys like Ozzy. I'm starting to think that Ozzy can't read, that the only thing he knows how to do is he asks a friend to write out a chirp for me. Ozzy, you've been in management for 11 seasons now. You still don't know the rules? I picked you guys to lose in 5 because I thought, maybe they'll get lucky and put one in. The other team will put one in for them. They'll get a win. And they did. They've got a whole win. And Ozzy, in all his infinite wisdom, messed it up. Took the win away. They got the brooms out. They got swept. It's ridiculous. Learn the rules if you're going to be management, or don't pick management anymore. Go back to the ECHL. Campos just flew onto the screen. That's the fastest he's ever moved.
I'll give you 4 points. Air Raiders, 30 seconds, go.
What about Edmonton? I think this is the second or third season in a row where Edmonton's forfeited an entire series. I don't know what the hell happened in Edmonton, but the number of forfeits they put up, they forfeited the last 2 games, and that's just brutal. I think it was roster issues. It sucks when your management doesn't know what they're doing and you get all the way to the playoffs and then you forfeit the deciding games in a series. That's just it sucks for the players on that team that put in all that work to get there.
Oh, absolutely. 5 points. I apologize to everybody that's watching for my kids screaming in the background. This is normally why we don't go live, is because my kids are so freaking loud. We usually have to work around them. Anyway, Campos, 30 seconds, go.
I agree with what Jet was saying about Halifax. Ozzy's been in the league since Jesus has been a thing. That also flip side, Windsor Spitfires. Same thing happened to them. Just read the rules. That's it. But as Raiders alluded to, Oil Kings, Povarov, however you say your name. You made sure you got your game 1 and game 2 in, and then just fell apart in the last couple of games. You didn't put any guys in. You didn't even put a lineup out in game 5. Not one player. Completely giving up. Roll some PCs out or something.
All right. I'm going to give you 5 points. All right.
Provorov.
It's not hard.
You're in
Reading's
Pittsburgh,
not a
learn
strong
it.
point.
Yeah.
Lane,
Learn it when the Flyers wreck you.
Provorov, fuck these names.
You're probably reading Audacity spelling. Is what it was. Anyway, the next topic is something that I put in, the Insider Cup. Insider Cup thoughts. Jet.
You know, I love just to come out and just poop all over Pastor. It's one of my favorite pastimes in LG this season. But that's a lot of work, man. That's a lot of work to try to get a new tournament up and running off the ground. So, you know, kudos for him for doing it. But there's no real difference between Spreadsheet Night Puck and Friday Night Puck other than Spreadsheet Night Puck is super, super unorganized compared to Friday Night Puck. You still let AHL guys in. Anyone still gets it. It's just friends picking friends. It's nothing different. All you did was take Friday Night Puck and put your crappy name over it. Nobody wants an Insider Cup. Give them a Saturday Night Puck trophy. Stop being so damn egotistical.
All right, 5 points. I wanted to only give you 4, but I kind of agree. Anyway, Air Raiders, 30 seconds. Go.
I'm along the same line of thinking. It started off as just a CHL only thing, which is fine. We've brought up Saturday Night Puck a ton of times, and it's a great idea. But then you started people in the chat box getting Pastor, you should let AHL play. And Pastor, in his desire to be liked by everyone, decided, okay, AHL can play too. Now it's just this watered down mess. And if you're gonna play Saturday Night Puck, don't go play Friday Night Puck. If you don't want to let them play, don't go play in their shit. So that's basically it. And hopefully it gets more organized. I know there was a ton of issues last night.
All right.
After
Go ahead.
after Pastor came out and on his show and said, "Oh, we don't do forfeits here," and then they made someone forfeit in the first round last night.
Okay, 6 points. Campos, 30 seconds. Go.
Well, you know what? I mean, yeah, we got a rivalry going on, for better or worse. But this is a good thing for the people of LG, for the other guys. You guys want to get into some competitive games and play against players across the league they don't get to play against. It wasn't the best thing ran, but they pulled it off. You know, they were able to bring together groups of people and get games done in a somewhat organized fashion. I think the idea was sprung from possibly our All-Star idea, but, you know, they were able to go ahead and do something that not a lot of people are doing right now, so hats off to them. You know, normally I want to talk shit or take any angle I can to talk shit, but they got it done, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, I'm going to go with 5 points for you as well. All right, so let me just give my 2 cents in here, all right? You're never going to have it run smoothly, especially, you know, it's only their second week doing it, okay? Give them a little bit of a chance. Give them some time. They'll get the kinks worked out. The only thing I don't like about this idea, the only thing, is that they slap the insider on it, all right? It has nothing to do with your media show, man. It has everything to do with the league. Keep doing what you're doing, man. Keep doing it, because it's going to end up working out. You're going to work out the kinks. You're going to start having more people get involved, and you're going to get some help. It's going to be a great thing for the league. Keep it up. Keep changing it. You're going to find the niche. I would rather you keep going, but take the insider name off of it, because that's just dumb. And as far as you saying something about the All-Stars, I don't think this has any... It might have something to do with the fact that we're doing the All-Stars, that you wanted to put this out, but it has nothing to do with All-Stars. So it's an original idea. It's not really original. We've been talking about it for seasons, but Pastor was also involved in talking about that for seasons. And he just decided to actually do it and act on it, which is great. And hopefully it works out. I'm going to go ahead and give myself 4 points. All right, the last topic before the doghouse is our fuck, marry, kill. Jet. Fuck, marry, kill. Air Raiders, Captain Campos, Sir Mike Knight.
You know, Mike, I'm going to go off and start right off by marrying you. and that's just because I could use the extra points. And I know your wife beat you, so I know you can take a good abuse, and you're not going to say too much about it, so it's great. I'm going to go ahead and bang Aerators because I think he's going to be a better mistress and a better side chick than he would a wife. We can bang one out, have a good time, and then, chirp Campos and Mike. And then, I'm going to go ahead and just kill Campos. I mean, I'm scared if I was to bang him that he would smush me and kill me, so I don't want to have to mess with that. So, plus if he gets kicked off the show, no loss.
All right, 5 points. You got an extra point for talking about my wife beating me. Aerators. Fuck, marry, kill. Jet, Campos, Sir Mike Knight. Go.
This one was a struggle for me, but right off the bat, I'm killing Captain Compost because I couldn't live with him or do him. He's a Penguins fan. I just can't deal with that. Now the choice between Mike and Jet is where it really gets tough. And I think I'm going to go ahead and marry Jet because I think we live happily ever after. And it'd just be a straight-up chirp fest. It'd be a ton of fun. But, Mike, I think I'm going to fuck you only because afterwards I want to see how many points you give me.
All right. Well, right now I'm going to give you 4. Captain Campos. Fuck, marry, kill. Jet, Aerators, Sir Mike Knight. Go.
First and foremost, I'm going to fuck that greasy little hipster, Jet. All right? He's got the swag. He looks like a good fuck. Taking him out. Clean. As for marrying, I'm marrying Aerators. The man joined LG, goes to NHL, and has never really gotten a good season in CHL, but he's in the NHL. He knows how to get things, and that's who you need by your side. And I'm going to kill Mike. Sorry, Mike, but I see your life, and it would be doing you a courteous favor. It's mercy kill.
All right, I'm going to give you 5 points as well. Now, here's the funny thing is that now that we've done this, I've got to do it for Jet, Aerators, and Campos. And the funny thing is that I'm going to do everything to them that they did to me. In that exact order. Jet, I'm marrying your ass. All right? I would love to be related to, even by marriage, to your little aircraft carrier there. She looks like she's a great time, especially when she gets some booze in her. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Jet, Aerators, I'm gonna fuck you. You got a purty fucking mouth, dude. All right? And I just want to stick my dick in it. Campos, the only reason I'm killing you is because I could picture the way I would do it. I'm just gonna fucking skewer you on a spit and turn you over like a fucking Hawaiian pig. You know what I'm saying? Like, just fucking slow roast that shit. All right. there's my fuck, marry, kill. And now we're gonna cut in to the doghouse. Okay, that was an absolute fail. Absolute fail. I forgot to bring the whole thing. Whatever, dude. It's the doghouse. Who gives a shit? Anyway, Jet, who's in the doghouse?
So my doghouse this week, it actually was last week too, but no one got to hear it. Everyone's favorite trash bag, Glad himself. Glad said I'm not funny, called me out, said he was going to chirp me so hard I'm going to leave LG. And you know what? I said, go ahead, Glad. 60 seconds, give me your best chirp. 5 minutes later, this is what he comes back, and I quote, "You Shawn Michaels, WWE, fat fuck, Bert was Sesame Street, face head, ugly fuck." I don't know what that means. What does that mean, Glad? I don't know if there's a language barrier between you and I, because I don't speak high school fuckboy. But if you're going to work on your chirps, chirp right. Don't give me none of that nonsense that nobody understands. Get good.
5 points. Aerators, 30 seconds. Go.
I'm going to put Jason 29 in my doghouse. He decided to chirp me in one of our show threads about, "Oh, you said I was going to take a forfeit. I've been managing for blah, 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 blah. I know the rules, blah, 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 blah." And then he goes and gets beat by Sir Mike Knight and Moncton in 5. Like, that's not even you didn't even try. Like, you got beat by Moncton in 5. A Moncton that King Michael started.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and give you 3 points now and just cut you off because you just keep going and going. I'm gonna give you 3 points. Campos, 30 seconds. Go.
This week, my doghouse is going to be all of the cryptics. Firstly, I just want to say this for anyone who buys an Xbox in the future. If you think it's a good idea to change your gamer tag to 5 other people's gamer tags and put a silly little change at the end and think that you're a clan, no. Cut that shit the fuck out. You got beat by fucking field goal team. Hats off the field goal team. 15 seeds. 15 seeds. All that gamer tag changing did not help. Cut it out. It's nonsense.
All right, I'll give you 5 points.
Mike, before we go on,
Yeah.
I have a special doghouse from our good friend at Field Goal Team. He just messaged me right now, and I think this is going to be his highest scoring points for the season. So I thought I would just go ahead and share it with everyone. So Field Goal Team, in a private message, says, "So I guess you feel the need to make comments about me when I don't have a voice to say something back. Well, here you go. Here's your voice. I got you. I wanted to say congratulations on being one of the best smack talkers. But holy fuck, you're dog shit at this game. Again, we all knew that. I guess you're not saying anything while I was around. Was just your character and who you are as a person. I'm a snake. Yeah. But maybe I didn't say anything on the show because it's not something I'm great at, is complaining about how the league isn't great. When I personally like the league and how it is, I don't like sitting here and complaining about it. I also realize it's a collection of the league's worst players all sitting around at their computers to throw their opinions together for everyone to see. Enjoy your off-season, buddy, and maybe learn to let your play do the talking instead of your mouth. My mouth is where all my talent's at, so I'm going to keep going with that. The thumbs will come later."
There was something you said, man. Chloe, go. There was something you said that was just like, it just threw me off. Like you pronounced something wrong. Yingling. Ooh, I want some Yingling, dude. Would love some Yingling. All right. So
6 points, field goal.
in last place, Jet and Air Raiders. That makes this week's winner, Captain Campos, is top dog. You have the final bark. Go.
Oh, I've fucking been waiting for this. All this shit talking, these two little crack pipes have been talking about me. Jagoff Raiders goes and posts in the fucking forum about who's the best panelist. And I'm going to shut Captain up. Well, guess what, motherfucker? You've been shut up. And Jet, you goddamn hipster,
Stop.
fuck you.
Put your feet
Fuck everybody. Go!
He's been bitching about this for weeks that he hasn't won. Still talking shit. I've won 1 out of 3. Blah, 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 blah.
Oh, pity points.
Blah, blah, blah. Anyway. All right. So, right. What'd you do? Dude, you can't post links.
Not cool enough to post links. in
No,
the
you're not.
chat.
Not cool enough. Anyway, so this is the section of this show where we are going to reveal our picks from last week. We were trying to get this out. Unfortunately, we had some recording issues last week, and then we had to do the draft, and we didn't want it to overshadow the draft. We wanted the all-stars that were selected to be front and center during the draft, so we didn't want to do this during the draft. But here are our picks and our points. Now, we did announce that the bet is going to be the loser has to dress up like Pastor Gaines did in his nice little video and do a little dance for us. So in last place, the winner of the bet so far, Captain Campos with 21 points. Second to last, yours truly with 23 points. Followed very closely by Air Raiders with 24 points, and top dog right now with 26 points is Jet. So it's still anybody's game. It is still anybody's game. You can go ahead and take a look at that. I've tried to keep it up as long as possible before we go back, because right now it's time for our round 2 pick reveal. So we'll start with Jet. Jet, we're going to start with the Prince Albert Raiders and the Moose Jaw Warriors. Go.
You know, as big of a fan as I've been of Mitty since I started talking to him, I'm going with Prince Albert in 6. I think the 2 top lines are going to win their games. I think when it comes down to it, Prince Albert has the better second line, and I think their third line is going to steal one. I think Prince Albert's going to take it in 6.
All right. Air Raiders.
I refuse to pick Pastor Gaines and Jive Turkey in anything, so therefore it's going to be Moose Jaw in 5.
All right. Campos.
I like Moose Jaw in 7. I see Pizza Romo in them. But by the way, Pizza Romo, you have over 400 giveaways. You got a ton of points, but Jesus Christ. I like Moose Jaw. I think they have a good team, a lot of chemistry. Mitty's gonna win. Mitty's gonna beat that top line. I'm just telling you.
I am also going Moose Jaw in 6. So the next is the Hurricanes versus the Hitmen. Jet, go.
I think this is going to be a good series. I'm going with Calgary in 7. I think when it's all said and done, it's going to come down to the Rio line versus the top line from Lethbridge. And I think I'm going to go with Rio. Banana League All-Stars all the way.
All right. Air Raiders.
Calgary in 6.
Short and sweet. Campos.
I also am going to go Calgary in 6. Lethbridge has beaten them all year, like more times than they've beaten them. And you can look at the lines and say it's even, but I think Calgary is really starting to roll into that form they had early in the season.
I also picked Calgary in 6. So next will be the Victoriaville Royals versus the Kamloops Blazers. Jet.
Fuck field goal team. Kamloops in 6.
Beautiful.
All right. Air Raiders.
I am going. This is like the greater two evils for me. Two teams that have traded me this season. I am going to go with Victoria in 5.
Ooh. Bold. Campos.
All right. I always felt the Blazers always were a really good team that lacked the consistency, and after proving last round they can get over the hump. I'm going Blazers in 5. The dream ends for field goal team. No! My computer! No!
You're still here. And there it goes. I'm calling for a clean sweep. Blazers in 4.
How much
Sweeping
better
out
did the
field
show
goal.
just get?
I know, right? All right. I don't know what the hell is wrong with the IT guy in his computer, but but we're gonna go ahead and continue. Spokane versus Seattle. Jet.
It's gonna be another one of those good series. Spokane put up a good fight against Bolgane and Tri-City, but I think that's where it ends. So I'm gonna go with Velarde and Seattle in 7.
All right. Air Raiders.
I'm going with Spokane in 6.
Hold on. I'm going. What did I say? I said Seattle in 7 is what I said. Let me get Campos's pick.
Doesn't matter.
I don't mind him losing. I don't want to see him in a dress though.
Hopefully it'll be like a grass skirt and some.
Right? Yeah, we should make him
To
dress
the
up like
Moana
Moana.
theme song?
Moana, yeah.
Yes.
He says Seattle in 6. All right. So let's move on there to the North Bay Battalion and the Oshawa Genitals. Jet.
I'm going North Bay in 6. I think they're a good team.
All right. Air Raiders.
As much as I don't want to pick Snowy because he's kind of a cock, I think it's going to be North Bay in 5.
I also went North Bay in 5. Jet, could you read off of what Campos picked? I think it said North Bay in 5.
North Bay in 5.
All right. The next is the Barrie Colts and the Steelheads. Jet.
Going with the Mississauga Steelfish in 6.
Air Raiders.
I'm going with the Steelfish in 7.
I'm going with the Steelheads in 6. What did he pick?
I'm Campos, and I picked the Steelheads in 7.
Rah, rah, rah. Hold on.
You jag off.
They started a new freaking chat for freaking
That's it.
Yeah, they started a new chat for the fucking staff already for next season, and I didn't mute that yet.
We're gonna be responsible for making Mercy rage. I feel like.
Mercy's already rage quit, dude. He's already
No,
done.
I'm saying not rage quit, just rage in general. If anybody was paying attention to
All right.
what the group picture is for that group.
So the London Knights and the Owen Sound Attack. Jet.
I got Owen Sound in 6. I love that team. I think that team's gonna go really deep in the playoffs.
Raiders.
Owen Sound in 4.
My back.
Not your face. You're back just in time to make your pick for the London Knights and the Owen Sound Attack.
I like the Owen Sound Attack 6.
I'm-
I felt like the London Knights, I had them losing in the first round of Windsor. They showed me a lot, but Owen Sound, man, that top line is greasy as fuck.
I'm also going Owen Sound in 6. I think London's going to give them a good run, but I don't think it's going to go Game 7. If it goes Game 7, then Owen Sound's got Game 7 in the bag, but I don't think it's going to end up going 7. So the next matchup is the Lake Erie Otters and the Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds. Jet.
I think the Otters showed something last week. They're not a team to mess with. I think they're a lot better than people are giving them credit for. I'm going Otters in 6.
All right. Air Raiders.
I'll never pick against my boy 74 and the Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds. So Greyhounds in 5.
All right. Campos.
I'm going to have to go with the Erie Otters in 5. Honestly, the Greyhounds played in the worst division in CHL. They won their division and still had less points than us, and we were third in our division. I like Otters. They got some good players on their team.
Yeah, I'm going with Lake Erie in 6 as well. On to the other side of the bracket, we've got the Cape Breton Screaming Eagles. Do they have a chance against the Quebec Remparts? Jet.
No, their availability is terrible. I think they're gonna go. I think they'll get 1. I'm gonna go Remparts in 5.
All right. Air Raiders.
I'm going Remparts in 4.
Ooh, pulling out the brooms. Campos.
I'm going to go Rampart.
But he is currently indisposed. Rockford versus Charlatan. What? All right, just doing your job? Question mark. So you gave up your Batista job at Starbucks, barista job? You mean? At Starbucks to do this full time or what? Must be sweet being a virgin. At Jet.
Is that field goal? He sent that to me in a private message. I read it the first time. And I'm married, so still virgin.
Oh man, WJC predictions. Jet.
That's gonna be a tough one. I'm going to go with Team Japan because that's just where I got RA'd. It's got my former GM in it. I think he's a good owner. He's gonna rally those troops.
All right, Air Raiders.
I think whatever Team Splash Cole doesn't own has a good shot.
All right, Campos.
I was going to say the same thing. Any team that doesn't have a jet, which is Japan, has a good chance. But I like Denmark. 98, give them hell.
I don't follow it, so I'm not going to answer. I don't give a shit about WJC. I'm still in the playoffs. Jet. Jet. Why is Pastor Gaines such a bum? From King Zurich.
That's a tough question. I think he's just, wrestling with a lot of things in his life, whether to wear a dress, whether to wear pants, and I think it affects his play. I think it hurts his thumbs a little bit in the end.
Air Raiders?
It's his desire to be liked by everyone. Really holds you back.
Yeah, I don't care if anyone likes me.
Campos?
He wants to be you, Mike. He wants to be you. That's it.
Those are low expectations.
I just think it's because he keeps lying to us, saying that he made a freaking cross-dressing video for a project in high school. Like who does that? Like
we had a cross-dressing day in high school. I'm gonna tell you guys this right now. We had a cross-dressing day in high school. I had a big Medea wig and a big red dress. Guys, you do not want to see me make this dance video. I will ruin your sexual drive for the rest of your lives.
All right, this one comes from Eggs182. Bigger surprise, Oshawa over Ham, PGC losing to FGT, or the Cape Breton Screaming Eagles over Drummondville. Jet, biggest surprise there.
I think Hamilton losing is the biggest surprise. I think Hamilton had a good team together, and I think Oshawa kind of came out and punched him in the face and caught him off guard.
All right, Raiders?
I'm going to go with field goal beating Prince George.
All right, and Campos?
I mean, obviously, field goal being Prince George is huge, but as I said again, Hamilton. I mean, Oshawa, they had comparable lines, but Oshawa has no goaltending. I don't know how they won it.
All right, so I'm going to go through each one. I was not at all surprised by Cape Breton beating Drummondville. I wasn't at all surprised by that. So you can just take that one out of the equation. I actually picked Cape Breton to win that. Field goal team pulling out a victory. He's been around two bums since the dawning of the field goal team. He gets to round two and then he just completely shits himself. So that didn't really surprise me either. However, Oshawa beating Hamilton surprised the fuck out of me. Hamilton had an absolutely excellent team. A lot of people were expecting them to go very far, and they get first rounded. I think Oshawa right now is the Cinderella story. If they can continue, they will absolutely be the Cinderella story. But I mean, that to me, that surprises me and a lot of people, honestly. Let's see. The next question is, who's the weaker line mate, Jive or Pastor? Jet?
I've actually never played with Jive, but Mitty took a one-game suspension to waive him. And anyone that's willing to take a suspension, not have to play with anyone, he's got to be holding your line back. So I'm going to go with Jive being the worst of that line.
All right. Raiders?
I've played with both of them. You don't want either one of them on your line. And if you have to be on a line with both of them, quit.
All right, Campos.
I've never played with either of them. Jet brings up a good point. But neither are on my level, so get good.
All right. This next one, I'm just going to say, Pastor / Insider mentions 13 times. Actually, now I think it's 15, 16. So yes, we will be charging you for the free advertising. Pastor Gains, it's no longer free. Every time we mention you, it's $1 PayPal. You can donate. You can donate right below. I got you. Yes, General's rule. When can we expect an Audacity return to the doghouse? I'm not going to go to the panel for this. I'm in touch with Audacity on the daily right now. He is on vacation. He's going to North Carolina. So it won't be next week. I'm hoping to get him back on for the award show. He did mention that he would love to do the award show every season. He's just not into doing a weekly show as of now. He is not. He is still forever will be part of the doghouse, and I hope that he comes back for the award show at the end of the season, and he most likely will. Sir Mike Knight, it's glad I'm winning the Calder for you. Okay. Mike loves Oshawa. I do not love Oshawa. You love Oshawa. That's why you put them in every single freaking episode. Guess what? They're not in the live episodes. Whose hole did Petey climb in to hide since Game 7? And yes, I said whose. Okay. Jet?
I don't know where he's hiding. They should all be hiding.
All right. Air Raiders.
I think he's not hiding. I saw him in the chat box earlier. He was calling out Twine for being an alcoholic, apparently. So he's still in there doing his Petey thing.
Campos.
Nothing wrong with being an alcoholic. Alcoholics, we keep life going. I have no idea what the question was.
Well, hello, beautiful.
I don't even know what this is. Fuck it.
All right. King Zurich says, can we play the Pastor Gaines video on stream? By the way, that's 18. And no. How many wins does Audacity cost Erie in the playoffs? Jet.
I think he's going to cost him one. They put him up there next to one of the better defensemen in the CHL that no one knows against. So I think he's going to cover his side and Audacity's side. So I think he'll be fine.
All right. Air Raiders.
Well, isn't he on vacation? Is he going to be able to play? If not, Erie's safe.
Pretty much. Campos. Forgot your name for a second. I keep wanting to call you Maui.
I'm a forgettable face.
Yeah.
I think we'll be okay. I got Erie in 5. What else could go wrong? Come on, Erie.
All right. Splash Cole, I need to ask you a follow-up question. Are you asking what the results are going to be for Game 1?
Well, hello,
So we'll move on. Can Maui pick it up, please? This pace is sad for my cheap. Jet?
Maui's been sad all season. The only thing he's got going for him is he's better than
Well,
field goal.
hello, beautiful.
All right, and Air Raiders.
I think Maui was just in there taking a piss a second ago on camera, so, I mean, what more do you want from him?
Campos.
I don't even know who this person is. I don't know what pick up the pace is. Obviously, I'm a wide body. We're a rare breed. We're proud. We move slowly. Okay? Move slowly.
All right, so Splash Cole did say yes. So, all right, so Cape Breton Screaming Eagles versus Quebec, Game 1. What are the results? Jet.
I don't know. It depends. Is Henrique playing week 1? If Henrique's playing game 1, that's a win. If not, it's a loss.
All right. Air Raiders.
If Splash Cole's playing, they lose.
Campos.
I picked Cape Breton to steal a game because just of Henrique. You got Miller and Watkins on defense. That is shut the fuck down. They're going to steal a game. Or if it's somewhere mid-series, but I'm predicting an early loss and then a steal later.
All right. This one comes from Stone Yinzer, most underrated player in season 27. Jet.
I think I'm going to go with Craig, the defenseman AGM for Erie. No one talked about him. The man led the league in points for defensemen. He's probably the best offensive defenseman in all the CHL. The dude's a stud. No one mentioned him.
All right. Air Raiders.
I agree with Jet. He took my pick.
All right.
Bastard.
Campos.
I'm going to go with mind trip from my Shikuda Misawins. Guy's got a plus 32. He wins games. I mean, he's a puck mover. He takes care of business. He wins games. What else?
I'm gonna go with Studs TV for Moncton, just because I can. He's our highest scorer, so screw it. Why not? Anyway, the next one is Dustin. Go upstairs. Why does Jet give me the finger? He should know I'm his daddy. Jet.
Who's that, Glad?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I'm surprised he was able to type that complete sentence. Did it have punctuation or anything? Usually I can't read a damn thing he says.
All right. iCheap wants to know if you get a second free ban, who would it be? Jet.
Glad.
Air Raiders.
Splash Cole.
Campos.
Jason 29. It has to be. Xbox is on something. They keep banning him for chirping. They know something. Ban this man. Please.
All right. Well, that looks to be all. I don't see anybody else saying anything else.
How about all the love for the Air Raiders Raiders?
All the love. A whole lot of love. Even though they're going to lose first game.
But
Oh. All right, that's all the time that we have for this episode of the LG Doghouse. From myself, Jet, Air Raiders, Captain Campos. We will see you again the regular time next week, Saturday at 8. Until then, LG, vape away. Ooh.
Campos, were you really taking a piss?
yes.
You didn't wash your hands, you skank.
Dude, he literally took a piss on camera. Hey,
You
where's
could tell by the way he was looking down.
right? Where's his draft carrier? Bring her over here. Come
You
on.
need to pee when you're drinking? You don't have time to wash your hands every time. And I'm at my house. Ain't nobody here right now.
I can't believe you
Worry
didn't
about it.
wash your fucking hands.
I'll
Aren't you
wash my
carrying your
hands after
aren't you carrying your phone around there? You didn't wash your fucking hands? What the hell's wrong with
You
you?
think I had time to wash my fucking hands when I'm
Then you're over there
wild?
licking your
Wash your
licking
goddamn
fingers.
hands, you fucking Neanderthal.
I'll wash my fucking hands now.
You know that makes me wonder. Like do you wash your hands in the ocean? Do you just go down there?
I always wash.
Good old Maui.
I didn't wash my hands this time because it was an emergency under an emergency.
You know what? You know what's funny? Our voices were picked up that whole time on the stream, so everybody heard me call him a skank for not washing it.